You want to be more psychic? Many people do. And today I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for becoming more psychic. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to the Communicate with Your Angels YouTube channel. This is the place to be if you desire to develop your spiritual abilities, trust in your inner guidance, and live your unique life purpose. If that interests you, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to welcome you to this community. I share a new video every Wednesday, so please make sure you're on that subscriber list so we can connect each week. Let's dive into my top 5 tips for developing your psychic ability. I have been on a journey of developing my psychic ability, my intuition, since I was a teenager, and I'm a lot older than that now. Let's just put it that way. So I have a lot of experience and practice with this, and I can tell you that when you are more developed in your psychic ability, it's not just for the fun of it. It's not just to be able to do cool readings for people. It's really a core skill that will help you in your life, because you are energy, and when you're more in touch with energy, you can be in the right place at the right time. You can sense the opportunities that are for you. You can have amazing experiences. You can manifest the friendships and relationships that you desire. You can manifest more abundance and just have more fun, right? Because you're tuned in. It's something that's so undervalued in our society. And so if you are on this journey of developing your psychic ability, I really commend you, because it's high time that we shift on this planet to being more in touch with the feeling psychic part of ourselves. And that's whether you're male, female, any background that you have, you are a soul, you are energy. All right, so my top 5 tips for developing your psychic ability. Tip number 1 is to learn to be more relaxed and cleansed. People talk about self-care now. It's almost become a cliche, and it's sort of this approach of life is stressful, you're going to be overwhelmed, so make sure you make some time for yourself. Well, I want to flip that around for you. I want you to actually have taking care of yourself be so important and a high priority in your life, because energetically you're living from a high vibration. And that means everything is more flowing from there. You don't need to be so stressed. You don't need to be so busy and overwhelmed, or whatever it is else you're experiencing, anxiety, depression, because when you have spiritual tools at your disposal, you can keep your energy relaxed and present and high at all times. So this is a really, really important key. And I have a free resource for you. If you have never experienced the spiritual cleansing technique, this is my number 1 recommended tool to help you spiritually, to be more relaxed, more tuned in, and more centered, and more in the real you, and plus more connected with your angels. But that's really going to help you to be more in your psychic ability. So if you've not experienced that technique yet, you can go to communicatewithangels.com/cleansing. And that gives you a video you can watch where you will learn this amazing tool. And I recommend that you practice it every day, many times a day. And what that's going to do is it's going to raise your vibration. You can imagine that your aura will expand, and you'll be present, and you'll be relaxed. Imagine how you feel after an amazing meditation or yoga session. You can feel like that much more quickly when you practice the spiritual cleansing technique often. So that's my number 1. If you're stressed all the time, you're just not going to be so much in your psychic ability. It's just a fact. My second tip to develop your psychic ability is to pay more attention to your feelings. You have 2 parts to your nature: your intellect, which is the logical thinking, analyzing, dissecting part, and then you have your feeling nature, and this is where the true power lies. This is your intuition, your gut feelings, your desires, your sensitivity. It's that spiritual part of you. And most of us are taught not to trust that when we're young. I remember my parents saying if I told them I was feeling something, they would say, "Oh no, it's just your imagination, you're just making it up." Well, no wonder when we hear that over and over when we're kids, that when we try to develop our psychic ability, we have trouble. So you're not doing this from your head. So many people, their default is to think. And believe me, I can do it too. But what you want to do is get out of that habit as much as possible and pay more attention to how you feel, because that is the gateway to your 4 psychic abilities. It's not through your mind. It's not through seeing and hearing things in the physical world. It is paying attention to your feelings, because your feelings are like a barometer of the energy around you and within you. So how do you feel? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel a little depressed? And if you have any more not so positive, right, emotions, it could be that you're picking up somebody else in the environment, or that something has triggered you and you can cleanse and release that. But pay more attention to how you feel, because that is how the messages of spirit come in. And the psychic ability is through the feeling nature. And notice what you're picking up. Notice when a word comes in your mind, or a thought pops in your head, or you get a vision of something. That's all incorporated in what I mean by paying attention to your feelings, because it's the feeling nature. It's your true nature as a soul, the way that you're tuned into energy. That's the best that I can do to describe it. It's a very experiential thing. And so I do encourage you to come to my next free masterclass so you can start to practice this stuff more. My third top tip for developing your psychic ability to become more psychic is to learn about and practice your 4 spiritual gifts. These are the psychic abilities. You have 4 of them. People have them in a different order, a different priority, but everybody has all 4 of these. Okay, so learning what they are, first of all, and then learning how to develop them and use them is huge. It is so fun and so fulfilling and so helpful to know how your psychic abilities are happening. So in a nutshell, you have intuition, which is the inner hearing. You have vision, which is the inner seeing or clairvoyance. You have prophecy, which is the inner knowing. And you have feeling, which is the inner feelings. So learn about those and develop all 4 of them. 4th tip for becoming more psychic is to have a daily practice of tuning in to guidance. Now, I'm not a big meditator. I am not going to sit here and tell you to meditate for half an hour or an hour on end. But by having a daily practice that helps you to tune in and be more present to the psychic part of you, you can develop it in a much more powerful way. And then it will filter out to all the rest of your life. So what I personally do is I have a cleansing practice in the morning, and I can tell you more detail about that in another video. And then I also have a journaling practice in the evening. And those are my times for tuning in specifically to guidance. So set a routine for yourself. Make this a habit. There's no right or wrong way of doing it, but allow yourself a habit that kind of turbocharges your psychic ability and, is a direct practice on communicating with your guides and your own intuition. If you set a routine in your life that is just a regular thing, it's going to help you to grow so much faster. And my 5th top tip for becoming more psychic is to create opportunities in your life where you can be more present, to be in the now, to be present to your thoughts, feelings, experiences, what you feel in the environment, and just really tune into your inner self. It could be a journaling practice. It could be doing yoga or breath work, right? It's whatever it could be going for a bike ride. For some of you, it's just going to be taking a shower. I remember when I had a newborn, shower was amazing meditation time. It was so exciting, to actually get a shower. Whatever it is for you, but it's that time and that activity that gets you present, yeah? And so make that a regular occurrence in your life and try to shut off the distractions at that time. Because if you're watching a video or you're looking at Facebook, you're going to be distracted from being present. So really just create as many opportunities as you can to experience that. I don't think it's realistic to be doing this all day long, But if you can have this as a regular opportunity and to create that for yourself in any way that you can, you're going to be more grounded and you're going to be more in tune with your psychic ability, because it does require being present in the moment and noticing and observing what you are experiencing and feeling. It's very simple, but it's very key, right? So do this in any way that you can, considering the circumstances you're in. If you have kids and you just want to, maybe it's letting them run around outside for a while so you can just be outside and feel the breeze. Okay, but make that a priority and you will be amazed at the results that can come of being more tuned in, more present, and more psychic. So I hope at least one of these tips is pinged for you, if not all 5 of them. And I do invite you to join me. It's actually happening today, the day that this video is being released. So if you're Johnny on the spot today and you're present, you can go ahead and sign up for a free webinar that I'm doing today. It's called How to Connect with Your Angels or Spirit Guides. And it does apply to developing your psychic ability as well, because when you use your own psychic ability, that's how your angels communicate with you. So they go hand in hand, and we will actually be practicing your clairaudient gift right on the webinar. So I hope that you will join me. The sign up page is communicatewithangels.com/webinar. And if you're catching this video later, go to the page anyway, because I likely have another one coming up really soon. I can't wait to connect with you live on that free masterclass. I'll see you there.